Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Big Feelings, a creation by Mollie Duffy and Liz Fosslien. Big Feelings, 2022, is a guide that helps us navigate through the most challenging emotions we encounter, such as anger and despair. By acknowledging and confronting these emotions head-on, we are able to process and overcome them. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Liz Fosslien and Mollie Duffy collaborated on a book called No Hard Feelings, which focuses on the topic of workplace emotions. Fosslien is also employed at Humu and has gained recognition through her widely published work and illustrations. Duffy is an expert in organizational and leadership development and often writes about workplace culture. With 7K ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, this text is about understanding how to avoid feeling overwhelmed by your emotions. It encourages readers to focus on the benefits of managing their emotions instead of being consumed by them. In this blink, we explore the book Big Feelings by Mollie Duffy and Liz Fosslien. It emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and addressing our emotions, especially during challenging times. The blink covers topics such as increased stress with uncertainty, the potential positives of envy, and how to manage anger effectively. While it may not solve all problems, the book offers valuable insights to start tackling them. Key idea number 1. The text is likely referring to the concept of uncertainty. Liz, the co-author, experienced a severe headache and was hospitalized. She underwent various treatments, but the uncertainty of not knowing the cause was the worst. Studies show that people dislike uncertainty and feel more stressed when the likelihood of a negative outcome is uncertain. To deal with uncertainty, it is important to face it and not avoid it. Identify and analyze the specific fears and scenarios, both positive and negative. Recognize what can be controlled and what cannot. Liz learned to live with her migraines and accepted the uncertainty that came with it. Key idea number 2. The text discusses the concept of comparison. The text explores the issue of comparing oneself to others and the negative effects it can have on relationships. The author shares personal experiences and offers advice on how to deal with feelings of envy and comparison. The main takeaway is that acknowledging and understanding one's feelings can lead to self-discovery and personal growth. It is essential to remember that social media often presents an idealized version of people's lives, and to embrace the uniqueness of one's own journey. The text concludes with an example of how the issue was resolved in a friendship. Key idea number 3. Anger is an intense emotion that can be triggered by various situations or events. It is characterized by feelings of hostility, frustration, and aggression. Anger can have both physical and psychological effects, including increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and impaired decision-making. Managing anger effectively is important to maintain healthy relationships and overall well-being. Techniques such as deep breathing, practicing mindfulness, and seeking professional help can help in controlling and reducing anger. The text discusses the concept of anger and how it can be a productive and healthy emotion if properly handled. The story of Griffin's experience with sexual harassment is used as an example. It emphasizes that acknowledging anger is the first step and suggests strategies such as writing an anger log and understanding one's response patterns. It highlights the importance of becoming an anger transformer who channels anger into something productive and creative rather than suppressing or projecting it. Meditation is suggested as a way to achieve a clearer state of mind. Ultimately, the key is not denying the feeling, but using it strategically to move forward. Key idea number 4. Burnout is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion caused by chronic stress. It often occurs in individuals who are overworked, have high levels of responsibility, and experience little support. Burnout can lead to feelings of cynicism, detachment, decreased productivity, and a reduced sense of accomplishment. It is important to address burnout by taking care of physical and mental health, setting boundaries, seeking support, and making time for self-care. The text is about Mollie's experience with burnout and her journey towards recovery. She experienced burnout while working as a consultant and writing a book, which led to her getting sick and having to cancel events. Mollie made changes to improve her well-being, including moving to a calmer environment and re-evaluating her priorities. Burnout can manifest in different ways, such as exhaustion from long hours or feeling unfulfilled in one's work. It is important to give oneself permission to operate at less than 100% and to identify and address aspects of work that contribute to burnout. Key idea number 5. Perfectionism refers to the tendency to have unrealistically high standards for oneself and to strive for flawlessness in all areas of life. It often leads to excessive self-criticism, fear of failure, and procrastination. While some level of ambition and attention to detail can be beneficial, extreme perfectionism can negatively impact mental health and overall well-being. It is important to recognize and manage perfectionistic tendencies to maintain a healthier and more balanced approach to life. The text highlights the idea that many people struggle with perfectionism, which can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. The story of Liz is used as an example of how perfectionism can hinder personal growth and relationships. The text suggests that accepting failure as a learning experience and acknowledging that others do not hold us to the same standards can help overcome perfectionism. Additionally, giving the internal perfectionist voice a name can provide a reminder that it is not one's true self speaking. In the end, Liz's messy apartment did not deter her boyfriend, and they eventually got married. Key idea number 6. Despair is a feeling of extreme sadness or hopelessness. It can be caused by various factors such as personal loss, failure, or disappointment. Despair can have a detrimental effect on an individual's mental and physical well-being. It is important to seek support and coping mechanisms to overcome feelings of despair and find hope again. The text discusses a woman named Mollie who experienced despair leading to suicidal thoughts due to chronic pain and stress. It highlights the importance of realizing that despair cannot be cured but can be gradually overcome. Tips for coping with despair include taking it one moment at a time, indulging in self-care, celebrating small accomplishments, and seeking support from empathetic individuals. Mollie eventually found strength and got through her period of despair, demonstrating that others can too. Key idea number 7. The text is missing. Can you please provide the text that needs to be summarized? Thank you. Liz regrets not going to Germany to clean out her grandmother's house after her grandmother passed away. Regret is a natural part of human nature, and we all experience it. There are 6 types of regret, including hindsight regrets and alternate self-regrets. Each type requires a different strategy for dealing with them. It's important to stop fantasizing about what could have been and give yourself credit for the choices you made. Learn from regrets and use them to improve future decision-making. Liz learns from her regret and chooses to be there for her dad when he is hospitalized. In conclusion, acknowledge and embrace your big feelings and use them as a catalyst for personal growth. Seeking professional help, even with limited resources, can be beneficial in managing and addressing these emotions. Online resources and non-profits offer cost-effective therapy options, such as sliding scale therapy or programs like the Open Path Collective. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.